Hello, everybody. My name is Rita Crompton. This is the Inventors Roundtable, March 23rd. Had to check that, 2026. And we are just back from ASD Market Week and talking about the successes there. And, Wendy was there with the neonatal pacifier. And yeah, you had a good time there, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
And Wensley got to show off his prototype. Russell had 3 products there, even though he could not be there himself. And know that Tanya was going to try to get in as well, so we'll see. No, just the note takers. All right, just the note takers are there. Okay, so anyway, well, we like to take notes. So Wendy, since Russell didn't get to see what you got, tell him your experience at the show.
Well, it was interesting. It wasn't really the way I expected it to be overall, just because I've been to like DME conventions, and this wasn't the same thing. It just looked like a big retail shop, but that's okay. We just didn't understand the whole process of what everybody else was there doing. We figured people were there ordering for their stores and shops and stuff like that, and that's what I figured. But for us personally, getting to display my product, and right off the bat, the first day we were setting up, 2 people actually knew what it was and what it was for without even having to explain it, which was encouraging. And then just having people come by and go, what in the world? And, getting to explain it more, and got positive feedback even from people that couldn't do anything to help us. But Mike, getting to sit down and talk with him, and I'm waiting to hear from him next week to possibly have us a deal and get it going. That's really what we were looking for. So we were really, really excited about that.
Now say real quick what it does again.
So it's a device that holds a pacifier for a baby in the NICU. So it's would be used as a medical device, and it's just a small piece of material with a strap that's adjustable that comes around to the front of the pacifier and holds it in place while the baby's getting tube fed. Babies that are premature, they don't know how to suck. They have a hard time taking a bottle. And so during the time that they're not taking a bottle, but they're being tube fed, they can use this device to help hold their pacifier and give them the training to help develop their muscles, so that when it comes time to take the bottle, they can do it more successfully and a lot quicker. So their time in the NICU is shortened, because the primary goal is to send them home with their parents. But if they're spending a month there trying to take a bottle, because they haven't learned that process yet, then they're there longer. So it's very small, very, plain looking thing, but I think the benefit of it outweighs what it looks like.
So did you have a baby that had an issue, and so it was like a learning, like necessity as a mother of invention, or was it you work in
I worked in a hospital, and I worked in the NICU, and I saw it happen all of the time, because they're due to take 30 to 40 milliliters, but they can't. I've fed a baby for 30 minutes and then get 5 milliliters out of it, and then they still get the tube feeding after, but they just wear themselves out because they haven't sucked on anything, and they can't hold it themselves. So we can put it in their mouth and walk away, and within seconds they've spit it out, and then they're not getting the benefit. There's a lot of research about non-nutritive sucking, but if they can't hold it, it's not helping them. So that's when I came up with the idea, sitting at work, and I was like, we need something. And that's where that was years ago. I'm just now getting it out there.
All right.
Yeah.
So that was a good one. Deb, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everybody what you got. Oh, you're muted, Deb.
Okay, you should be able to hear me now.
I can hear you now, darling.
Okay, so I'm wearing the Pet Levator. It's a device to stabilize your pet when it's on your shoulders. And it's also a bonding device, because the small animal is up on your shoulders. Cats love heights. They love being near their people. So they're nuzzling up against your neck. And this Pet Levator gives you a lot more room, a lot more real estate for the cat or other small animal to maneuver. My cat uses it about 2 hours every morning. He's asleep right now, but just in case he wakes up, I've got the Pet Levator on.
There you go. Lori, do you want to introduce yourself? You need to unmute, and I want to see your face again instead of the fishy, because I know that you're not a goldfish. Lori. Maybe she stepped away.
Okay, no, I'm here. I just couldn't figure out how to unmute.
Well, you got it. You got it, girl.
Okay,
All
now there's my.
There you are. Hi.
Hey, I was just tuning in to see how everything went this last week, and I'm wanting to, of course, introduce myself and my whole product and everything. But is that what this is about? I was confused.
Well, everybody, they're telling the people who weren't there what happened. Russell had 3 products there, but he couldn't be there. Winsley was there, Wendy was there, Deb was there, and so and Carol's note taker is here. He was there. He had a really cool product, and he got cranky. Because there was a couple of the guys, all he had was on his video was just a base homemade version, and his wife was there too, and she kept telling him, "You've got to make this look better. You've got to make this look better." And everybody told him, "You need to make this look better." And she goes, "I told you so." Hi, Holly. How are you?
We're just leaving a wrestling banquet, so.
Oh, all right. Well, glad to have you join us. Holly was there. She had baseline prototypes, got some really good feedback. So this is really, the ASD wrap up kind of. And Lori wanted to be there. She couldn't make it. And so, maybe next time we're at a trade show, you'll be there in a booth. Mike Wood is here. Yay. Mike was there. He did very, very well. Most of you saw his stuff as well. So Lori, you wanted to be there. You pulled it right up to the last minute and said, "Nope,
oh my gosh.
Focus on my." And
I get my prototypes ready. They look gorgeous. I am so proud of them.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm so all right. So now your patent pending, and you can tell everybody what it is you've got.
Yes. Okay. So I have it's called Bag a Mouse, and we kind of live in the woods a little bit and have some mouse issues every now and then. We did have a cat that took care of it for a while. And now that we're not there as much, and the cat is not there anymore, I've had this for about 10 years, where I put this mouse trap in a bag, and I catch these mice, and I don't have to look at them. I don't have to see them. I don't have to do anything with them except for grab it and throw it out. And that to me is a savior right there. But it all started with my mom. And after my dad passed away, we were cleaning out his shop, and he got a mouse. My girlfriends and I decided to just bag the thing and throw it out into the green belt and let it live its life. And then next thing I know, there's another one, and then another one. And we're like, okay, well, we can just keep doing this all day long, or we can bag the thing, unfortunately kill it. I did not want to do it, but we just had to do something. But I didn't want to deal with it. So anyway, so I've been doing this for years. Finally decided to come up with a product that looked good, was cute, people would buy it. I really think it's just a stupid natural product that I would buy myself if it was out there. So that is my product, and I was hoping to get out there for this show, but I did not make it. And yeah, lots of things coming up, and hopefully I will get it out there here soon.
So it is really cute for, something that does something so, not necessarily friendly. But you know,
it could be. I mean, you can trap them without, or bag them and take them out like I was doing constantly over and over and over. But I came to that point where sometimes you just can't.
I know Huskies. There's no cute about it. They're going to make sure that they win.
How
And
did you catch the mouse?
I am very grateful that that the doggies go out there and they say, no, this is my house. You cannot come in. And so anyway, Tanya, it is really nice to see you. Oh my God, you would love this. I need to take a picture and show you. I hung the towel on my stove, and my husband goes, wow, that is really beautiful. That is really beautiful. And it's like, and it's not going to slide off. So unmute yourself and tell everybody what you've got. You're muted. Unmute yourself. Nope, you're still muted. Nope, you're still muted. All right, down at the bottom, you're going to see
it.
You're going to see down at the bottom, bottom on the left, audio settings.
We're coming. Hang
All
on.
right. All right, I'm going to let you figure it out while I move on to Float No More. Where's my Float No More?
No.
Did you-
Can you hear me, Rita?
I can hear you, but I'm talking. I want to talk to Wendy. Not.
Good. I'll wait.
All right. I've got Wendy Short with Float No More. All right. Holly, unmute yourself, darling, and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Holly. I have the Plier Pro, so I am a hairstylist. And I was having a hard time with different pliers and the constant repetitive pressing and removing them. So like I wear them myself. So I worked with an engineer and we developed an electrical plier, just a push button to where it opens and closes and no more strain on your hand.
So really cool. Lots of wonderful potential there. And I think you've got some good feedback on, next steps, fine tuning, your prototype a little bit. And that's all good. That's all good. Louise, I just looked outside and thought I saw a bear, but it was a dog. All right.
Figure it out if you're ready.
They look alike, but it gets my attention. Wendy, go ahead and unmute yourself. Wendy Short. I've got more Wendy's than I know what to do with. Wendy Short. Float No More. Unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm trying. There you go.
Tell everybody what you've got.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. My name's Wendy Short. I am the I was going to try and do my camera, but let's not push it. My product is Float No More, and it is a hot tub accessory. A lot of times people get in hot tubs. I've had this problem for about 20 years. I get in a hot tub and I float away from the jets. I kind of float away in a lounger or a deep seat, and I have to either hang on to the side of the hot tub or put my foot on the other side and push against the seat to get the jets to keep me in. So this is a product that either lays on your lap or it straps around your waist. You can use it to keep yourself seated in a deep seat or in a hot tub. You can put it on your ankles and your feet and keep your feet from moving around on the jets, on your foot jets. And so it definitely goes in like a hot tub accessory, hot tub store for accessories. I have a prototype. I've got my patent. I just got patented.
Congratulations, patent issued.
I finally got my patent issued this week. And I've got a very small order in a couple of hot tub companies, and I just got into an Ace Hardware. So.
Good for you. Congratulations. That is awesome. So the one that you sent out there to us, I gave to Mike. So he'd be able to take it home and try it. Mike Ryan from Pronto Launch.
Oh, great. Oh, that's
all right.
Important to have it.
yeah, that's right. That's right. And, told him about it and everything. So he was excited to be able to take it and try it.
Awesome. I'm glad he's got a hot tub.
Yes. And he's staying in Las Vegas. He's got one right there.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Well, you know what, Rita, thank you so much. I'm going to Cancun in 2 months and I'm going to take me like 2 or 3 of them in my bag, even though they're somewhat heavy, but I should be fine. And I'm going to try and sell them and put them in, see if it works in a resort, like for another small income. Like you could rent it out. Everybody who floats away.
I'm ignoring you.
Well, being able to have a resort order them and rent them out, because when we were in Hawaii last month, that was when everything was for rent. You could rent towels, you could rent chairs. It's like, where are the float no mores? You should be able to rent those too. And so definitely, a possible market is the resorts, because I sat in a freaking hot tub every day when I was there, multiple times. It was awesome. Mine is emptied for the nasty part of the winter, especially when I was going to be gone so much. I cannot wait to fill this thing and get my float no more out.
I understand.
Relaxing in the hot tub does not work with me unless I have float no more.
Well, thank you. I know. And you should check out my website. She's all over it. She's got a really good, she really did good. You touted my project well, a nice review.
Well, thank you. I enjoy it. Tanya, did you ever figure out how to unmute yourself? Oh, there you go, girl. Okay. Tell everybody what you've got, because
I don't know, technology. But I figured it out.
Beautiful.
Hi, everyone. Tanya James. I am the inventor and creator of Sure Grip Kitchen Towels. It's the kitchen towel with grip so it doesn't slip. It has silicone in the center, so when you hang it on your appliance handle, it stays there and then doubles as a jar opener.
And it works.
Yeah.
It was awesome, because I put it on there and it didn't slip off. The towel didn't come off. Not one time today did I go in the kitchen and have that towel on the floor.
That makes me so happy.
Any other towel, every time I'd go in the door, it was like, why is it on the floor? So
Exactly.
we call dogs.
Love
And
it.
I've used mine, the one with the cat pattern on it. I love it. I decorate with cats and the Colorado flag. And I've already used it as a jar opener, and it works perfectly.
Yay! Hooray for Deb. I love that.
So you go, girl. And Mike is still in Las Vegas at the International Pizza Show, but I've got my list that I'm sending out to him tomorrow of all of you guys that were at the show to get feedback and, direction from him. And if it's not something that Pronto Launch wants to take on, we use his contacts out in there in the marketplace and look for other buyers and licensees.
Sounds good.
So, Tanya, one of the ones, where are you manufactured?
I'm manufacturing in China.
Okay. All right. Because I'm trying to keep track of, where everybody's manufacturing. So any of those e-commerce stores that would want to be willing to take your product on for e-commerce, that I can send them your information.
Perfect.
All right. Mr. Wood, unmute yourself and turn on your camera so we can see you. And I will let you know that Mike had 3 products out there. He had the whole entire, I have no idea what direction it is, but closest to the badge check-in on that end of it, the corner booth. Most of you saw what he had. But introduce yourself, Mike, and tell everybody, what you had and kind of what that experience at the show was.
Yeah, so I have had 3 gutter products at the show. I had my Tiger Stripe gutter wipes, my gutter diverter, and my guard sweep. Yeah, so it was really interesting. It was really great to pitch my product in front of other people to get feedback. I thought that was really important. And Vegas is a really cool place to be. I enjoyed that. I was a little, honestly, to be completely honest, I was a little frustrated where we were. I think we talked about at the very end, Rita, of going into the lobby would be really great because you get people passing by and seeing your products. But I did have, like I said, we had a lot of feedback, and we had some cool people from Honduras that was really interested in the product. So I look forward to talking to them shortly. I have their numbers to contact.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That was, they had told Mike to walk the floor and decide where he wanted the Inventor Pavilion, I think is what they've decided, what they referred back to me today and calling it,
Cool.
where they would like to be. And they will let us move then to really wherever we want to be, which would be very nice. This year, I only had a couple of options, and being by the badge pickup seemed like a really good choice compared to the other one. And last year we were much further back, but we were in a whole new hall this year. So even though last year we really had a lot more traffic, they weren't in the same place. So you got to start all over with everything. And
Understood.
one of the things I've learned about trade shows, they're always changing, and it makes it frustrating. It's like, okay, well, we've always done it this way. And it's like, well, we've got new rules this year. So you've got to go with plans A, B, C, and D, and hopefully you don't get to X, Y, and Z, because it's really frustrating. But, you always, do the best you can do when you get out there, and, kind of put up walls around the bad folks so they can't get in and harass you. And then you look at getting, reaching out to the good folks and seeing what deals can be made. So anyway, I think everybody.
I want to add, it was really great to meet a whole bunch of you there at the show too. It's always great to find and talk to other creative people, trying to get into the same place. So it was really cool. Yeah.
So, and I know that, Russell's gone with us before. Wendy has gone to the first ASD that we went to. So she's been there. She's seen what it's like. And I think it's certainly easier for you to understand the role of the trade show once you've been. All right, somebody had a siren. So questions. Who's got a question?
So are we all going to get feedback from Mike one way or another?
One of us. You'll get feedback from one of us.
Right.
I'm sending him the spreadsheet Tuesday and Wednesday. He knows it's coming, and then he'll go over and give me, feedback, ideas, and just, options for everybody. Some of the products he's very interested in taking on. Others he's got feedback and some input and suggestions for others. It's like, so we never know. I know that he's going to get paperwork to Wendy McDaniel. He's going to get paperwork to Deb. And I know Holly, he had some suggestions for you. So some of it really depends on where you are in the process, what kind of feedback he will give to you. But one of us will get back to you and the feedback.
So
Okay.
I was hopeful he could get a copy of the TrueView sample, and I don't know if he did.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yes, he did. And there was some other guys there that were interested. I gave them samples. So I think I gave out 4 of your samples.
Okay.
To different folks. There was another one of our inventors who was there that he had his products there, but he could not be there. And where we had talked originally that your table would be kind of on the inside, it was not. It was along the traffic area. As I was able to see who was coming and move things around and stuff that made sense. And so that was what we did. So it had some good viewing.
Awesome.
So I was surprised that the 2 guys that were really interested were tool guys, but they liked the product and that they liked what you were doing with it. And so that was, what was going on out there. Anybody else questions about, kind of what's next? Oh, I know you don't want to listen to me talk for an hour. Come on, you guys.
Well, I mean, I'll talk on another Cleanos, like, since I'm 3 inventors with 1 3 inventors with 1 invention each. So, on Cleanos, I can almost produce them myself.
Yeah.
And sell them. But I'm real, again, the feedback I get from you or Mike on where to go with that. But I'm just trying to say, like, but I also brought TrueView to Advanced Auto, and they want a 3-inch diameter. And
Right.
so, but I just made 2,000 of the 4-inch, and I feel like would be hard for me to go now and produce in large quantities. So I was considering getting a fabricator to make like a couple of dozen.
Well, the ones I talked to, they preferred the 3-inch.
Which one?
The people I spoke to preferred the 3-inch.
Right.
And so, stay focused on that.
Yeah, and then on Cleanos, like, if anyone I could talk to, like, I'm not sure if I should try producing it myself. When I spoke with Jeff at ITI, I was using microfiber pad, and he thought that was too fancy and would bring the unit cost up, and thought I should use some other type of lighter type of paper. And so he said he'd be willing to pay $1.50 for one of these, but this he thought might bring it up. So I got some feedback from him. But yeah, and then any feedback you get from any of these, I want to hear. Yeah, Nancy, to hear.
Okay. All right. I know that I've got, feedback to be able to give to a lot of you. Deb?
Yes. So my question is, going to other trade shows besides ASD, like a pet-related trade show like Super Zoo. I assume that's what I would be going to moving forward. My big question is, can I take you with me?
I've been to Super Zoo.
Okay.
And I've been to the Pet Expo.
Okay.
The Super Zoo is in at least it was when I'd gone before in Las Vegas. So yes, I used to, travel, with the inventors. They would get the space and do the space and stuff. And then I would go as a, salesman, liaison, talking person, talking head, whatever. So, my thoughts on that are wait until you get, see what kind of offer Mike makes you. All right. And then he's going to be big on trade shows. Wait until you get the offer from him and then we'll decide what to do.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. But yeah, we're going to be going out there on a pretty regular basis. So Super Zoo, I can't remember that the big pet expo was down in Florida. I hate going there. I'd, rather go to Super Zoo. But Super Zoo is smaller and it's more dedicated to your, cats and dogs as opposed to the exotic or the big stuff.
Okay.
So it's a little more intimate, and sometimes those are better.
Okay.
All right. I've been to the National Asphalt Show.
Yeah.
Very intimate.
Yeah.
It was in a high school gymnasium. So, but for the inventor who went, he had a way of laying markers on the asphalt, and people loved it. So it doesn't have to be real big. It's just got to be the right one, right? Yep. So anybody else have questions? All right. So for those of you who were at the show, you will have, your next steps coming from me this week as far as, what do you look at doing next? So, Deb and Wendy McDaniel will get, agreements from Mike, and then we'll make determinations on next steps based on that. Wensley, I've got to email him tomorrow. He's got next steps already lined up. Lori, your next steps are coming up with, the fact you got a deadline coming. Holly, what is your question, dear? Oh, you're muted. There you go.
Okay, so I had a question too. So the big Chicago Hair Show is in a couple weeks. I was just wondering, advice-wise, I mean, I'm not going to take my tools there because I'd rather just go, but would it be smart to talk to some of the bigger extension companies and the Salon Centric and all those and kind of get, what they would do or what their interest is or anything like that? I mean...
Good question. All right. So this is the issue you have to be really, really careful of. And I know that Wendy with Float No More, we talked about this when she was going to a spa trade show in Dallas or down in Texas somewhere. Anyway, she went, when you go as an attendee, all right, generally you have to prove why you're there. So you got to validate then, you're going to a hair show and you're a hairdresser. That should be easy enough. All right. Yeah. But as an attendee, you are expected to buy, not sell. Good. And if they tag you as being then somebody trying to sell their idea, they will escort you out and blacklist you.
I'll still buy stuff.
So you got to, some of it is really the way you ask the questions when you're there. So going to a trade show can be very valuable as a learning lesson on the contacts that you make after the show. So you gather the information, you say, ask them, what do they do? And if they trigger then, oh, this would be a good one. All right. Then you get their information, their contact information. You can ask them anything you want after the show's over, just maybe not on the floor.
Okay.
All right. So if they say, well, what brings you here? And you say, oh, I'm a hairdresser and, I've got this new product, and you want to hand them a sell sheet. They asked for it. If they're asking you questions, it's on them.
Okay.
If you say, well, I've got a new product and I'm here trying to find a licensee, nope, then it's on you. And they will not everybody gets snarky, but all you need is the wrong one. And they do. So, going and walking the floor is certainly not a bad idea. You can learn a lot and you can gather a lot of potential contacts.
Yeah, that's kind of what my main thought was just meeting face to face. So when I do send emails, they're like, oh, I remember her.
Yeah. And that way, then, if you've got somebody who's really interested, you can say, well, after you get back from the show, let's do a virtual call and I can show you what I'm doing. And then you can show that because you're patent pending. So you can show them on a virtual call and you can get a lot of feedback. I think your best focus right now is in, the profession that you are most familiar with. Getting out there into that profession with the idea that, yes, you could eventually, when you license it, they could sell it to, the tool industry and to the hairdressing industry. But you focus on what you know to get out the door.
I agree. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. And let me know how it goes.
I will.
All right. Because it's a great idea. And anybody that had anything to do with hair extensions loved it.
Yes.
And they get it.
Yes.
So you just have to, fine tune your prototype so it's a little bit sexier looking.
A little bit.
And, you've got the functionality down. Now it's just fine tuning, the way it grips and everything so that it serves you well. And then it's easier to show.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else have some questions? So, all right, Mike Wood, what's your next steps? Nope, you're muted. There you go. There you go.
Yeah. So I have already started to approach some wholesalers. So I came back from there on the ground running this morning. So I have 4 actually appointments 2 this week. I have a JCL hardware show in Rhode Island to go to, and then I have three gutter wholesalers basically in the New England area to go see.
Okay.
So I hit the ground running. We're good.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something, Mike?
Sure.
When you're going to the wholesalers, are you going with a finished product or a prototype?
I don't have the finished product yet, but I have product with me. So
Meaning you have a working prototype with you?
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
So and you're hoping to get it licensed?
No, I'm out to sell at the moment. Well, one of them I'm out for licensing. The other I'm out to just sell individually by myself. Yep.
Oh, so you're making them one at a time and selling them one at a time yourself?
No, well, yes and no. I have a couple different products. So the diverter I make myself, and I'm looking to license that. I was looking to license that. I have a guard sweep, which is like a brush on an extension pole. That's not very far along just yet. It's going to just kind of get started. And I have wipes, which are exterior gutter cleaning wipe for the front of the gutter. So that's the one I'm hanging on to and I'm trying to sell individually. Yeah. The wholesalers. Yeah. So we're looking at the building suppliers, gutter suppliers, painting suppliers, things to that nature, like contractors in general. Yep. Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, Russ.
His first product is already being sold in Walmart. And I know because I bought one and I put it on myself and it's really cool to sell.
Thank you, Rita. I appreciate that.
One of those other ones that I know what I'm doing, when I crawl up the ladder, it's like, let's slide that right in here.
It's awesome.
So it's always a lot more fun when I read your intro on the radio and I can say, I've got my own.
That's awesome. Thanks, Rita. Someone had a question, I think.
Wendy.
I did. To the person who said he's selling his product at Walmart.
Mike.
Yep.
That is Mike?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mike, am I able to get your contact info because I'm trying to get started at selling at Walmart? I don't know if it's walmart.com or Walmart in the store. I know it's 2 different ways.
Yeah. So start.com.
Can I chat with you?
Absolutely.
Started.com. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. I kind of came in the back door of Walmart. So there's ways to tie your existing Amazon account into Walmart and start selling that way. And then, so I kind of came in through the back door on that. And then, in general, the Amazon got shut down because, well, long story short, it's a little long story. We're just getting that back on in the next couple of weeks. That should be going back on. But yeah, there's different ways to do it, but I can definitely walk you through that. I can help you get there. Sure.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Rita, can I send you a note so you can connect us after the call?
Yes, and I'm happy to do that. And I'll also send you Kevin Cody's contact because
Oh, there you go.
he does do e-commerce on with Walmart and several others.
Awesome.
He takes on specific products, and so I'll send both Mike's contact and Kevin's.
Thank you so much.
Kevin would be better than me. Respectfully, Kevin would be better than me, but I'll be happy to help.
So, well,
Thank
I had Kevin was on the radio with me for an hour. He did one of the whole hours this afternoon, and you know, it was funny because he lives 20 minutes from me, and so we do get a chance to visit on a pretty regular basis. But he does 80% of what he does is made in America, and that leaves 20% open to products that are not made in America. But he really, you know, carries and then does e-commerce with the Home Depots, Lowe's, Walmart, everybody, and gets a few of the products in on the shelf. But he's a really good contact.
Awesome. Thank you.
Happy to help. So, anybody else need help? Have questions? Oh, you just love listening to the way I talk, don't you? So anyway, like I said, I've got, you know, a checklist of, you know, outreach to everybody that's here tonight, this week, and reminders on things that are pending or due, so that we can get back on track. My life, you know, for about 3 months before, you know, a big major trade show is all about that trade show. And so it's really nice to take a couple of days and kind of decompress a little bit and get back onto a normal track of, oh, gee, it's Monday and I have to do radio. So if you have not been on radio lately, guess what, guys and gals? I'll be getting you on radio because there are 52 Mondays a year. It is amazing how fast that rolls around every week. And I think has anybody not been on the radio except for Winsley? I don't think that you've been on the radio. Have you, Winsley?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, we got you, but I think everybody else has been at least once. So, all right, you are at the top of the list, Winsley, to be on the radio, and then I will come back around and, you know, get everybody probably in the next 6 weeks. All right, and
Thank you.
you know, it's just really a matter of seeing what happens between now and then, as far as getting products teed up and get them out there. One of the things that, you know, it allows us to do is when we, you know, post on the radio, and I had somebody called today, and I said, you know, how did you hear about me? He's like, I'm listening to you on the, oh, it was one of the guys that was, you know, broadcasting the show. Because I was listening, it's like all of a sudden there's Rita's voice. It's like, I know this voice. He was up in Connecticut and listening to me on the radio. So it was funny because I've already heard this show once. So it's nice to know that there are people out there and listening, but then we start streaming on all the different platforms. So when we get you on to talk about your products, people hear about it, and, you know, they outreach then to find out more about it. So it's always interesting to see, you know, kind of, you know, what's going on, what's the feedback that we get. And then when I can do videos and get you on. Winsley, you shipped yours back to you, right?
Yes, I carried it back with me.
You
My
carried it back
cookies.
to you?
Yeah.
All right. So then we're going to do some video with your prototype. All right. So that we can get it out there more. And that way, then, you know, you can be standing beside it.
Okay, no problem.
Radio, it's a little bit hard to do that. Old fashioned radio. It's hard to have you standing there and saying, oh, you jump out right here. Because nobody's going to catch that. But if we're doing video with Inventing in America, we can do that, then have you there. And then we'll do, you know, I know that Ray does all of my videos and all of my postings and everything. He says, we need another video. So guess who I go to first, ladies and gentlemen? You know, all of you that I've met. So it's wonderful to, you know, to meet you and have you been at the show. All right. Anybody else have a question for me? All right. Well, as we go through now the next few months, we will post speakers. We're going to have a variety of speakers on. Normally what I do is the one meeting we have a speaker, and then the next meeting we kind of wrap up and talk about issues, be able to ask more questions. And so, we get everybody on from, different patent attorneys, marketing people, all kinds of topics. And if you've got someone you want to talk to, let me know. I'll get somebody else on as a speaker. One of the big ones is the R&D tax credit people, because every single one of you would qualify for the R&D tax credit. So you don't want to miss that. Mike, especially you, Wendy, McDaniel, certainly, Holly, all the work you're doing on your prototype, you all qualify for that R&D tax credit. And so it's important to understand. It's one thing if you find out you didn't make the qualification, but it's another thing to find out you could have and you didn't. So that can be, lots of money in your pocket if you qualify for it. So like I said, if you've got a topic idea, I run out of ideas. Amazing, but I do. So if you guys have got, say, I'd really like to hear about this, send them to me, please. I am happy to then go out and find the speaker. I just don't always think about the right topics. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, if there's no other comments, questions, whatever, we're going to call this meeting short, and I'm going to relax.
All right. Thank you, Rita, for all your help with everything. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, you'll all hear from me this week. I've got your names and I know where you live.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Rita. Thank
Thank
you,
you so
Ray.
much.
Thanks,
Good
Cheryl.
night, everybody.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Rest
Bye.
well. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.